Wander with us to Noccalula Falls Campground in Gadsden, Alabama. So we are headed to Noccalula Falls Campground, located in Gadsden, Alabama. Gadsden is located in the northeast corner of Alabama. We are going to meet up with our RV club.
We really enjoyed our time here at the campground. The campground itself was very nice. The prices are very reasonable. They also offer discounts for AARP, Good Sam, military, and seniors. And it was just a really nice park. A few more details on the park. They did have full hookup sites. They had Wi-Fi. The connectivity with all the cell phone carriers was great. They did have a playground and a pool. So, they definitely had a lot to offer.
And because we were joining our RV club, we also took advantage of the clubhouse that they had available on site as well. So the main attraction of this campground are the trails. So we have just started the Black Creek Trail, and I tell you, it was quite the adventure.
Yeah, the trails were really awesome. Noccalula Falls actually cascades over 90 feet into the Black Creek ravine, and it was great hiking, and it was just really beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, this was really probably one of the better hiking opportunities that we've had. It was just varied terrain, climbing through the rocks, in between the rocks, over the rocks, under the rocks. It was just really an adventure.
Yeah, it really was. And with the Black Creek Trail, I believe that was about almost 2 miles long, but then they had over 5 miles of gravel covered single track trails for walking, running, or even mountain biking. So they had a variety of different types of trails. This one was obviously more for hiking, not so much for mountain biking, but they did have specific trails for that if that's what you're into.
And while we were out on the trail, there was actually a group that was out running the trail. I think they were doing like a triathlon, and
yeah, almost seemed like a CrossFit kind of triathlon type of deal.
Yes,
yeah.
So we definitely ran into a few of those on our walk. Now this was a very cool suspension bridge. I'm always amazed when I see the bridges. I just think they're so cool, so I try to get a lot of footage.
Yeah, that was really neat. And yeah, we were down at the bottom of the creek bed at this point, and we're making our way toward the falls. And as you'll see when we get to the falls, we were in for a little bit of a surprise.
So we're making our descent down towards where the fall is located, and I tell you, it was really a very rock heavy location, and it was very interesting, the path that we had to take just to get to the waterfall. As you can see, we're having to kind of cross under and over rocks to kind of get there. It was pretty dicey. At one point, I'm embarrassed to say, my foot actually slipped into the water as we were crossing over that walk. So it was kind of crazy.
Well, I'm glad you told that story and I didn't. Well, anyway, here is the surprise. See the little trickle of water? That's all we got, folks. But, hey, it's the South, and unfortunately in the South we have droughts from time to time in the summer, and this was one of those summers when we didn't have a lot of rain. So.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to see just the gushing water and the mist and all of that coming down the waterfall. We didn't quite get that, but I mean, it was still just really cool to see the waterfall again. It's just one of those things that, you loved seeing, and not quite the view that we hoped for, but again, it was very cool just getting there.
Yeah, it was still a great hike, and it was still a great time, and that just makes us want to go back at some other time when we've had more rainfall and we can feel the mist of the full effect of the waterfall, right?
Yes. So even after the waterfall, we, continued along the path that we saw other people going. And, it was just interesting, the different things that we kind of saw along the way, the different rock formations. So it was exciting to just kind of see, okay, what are we going to see now? What are we going to see now?
Yeah, so this is actually, we are actually underneath the falls at this point. Just trying to get a different vantage point. Yeah, so this is the area where we would be just consumed by the mist normally.
Yes, and under the waterfall, but since it was a trickle, it wasn't, as great looking again as it could have been, but it was still a pretty cool experience to actually be under the waterfall.
Yes, definitely.
Now this was a hike really back up. It was kind of easy coming down, but that walk back up, I was amazed once I got to the top. Like, man, we actually climbed that hill. Craziness.
Yeah, and it was pretty warm that day too, so that definitely didn't help. Now, the cool thing about Noccalula Falls campground is that it is attached to Noccalula Falls Park, which has a lot of trails. They have a petting zoo, botanical gardens, a train. They have mini golf, so it's a whole complex that is built around the Noccalula Falls. There is I believe a $6 admission fee for adults for all of the attractions, staying at the campground.
Now this was a neat little boardwalk coming through the park, walking along the train tracks. I really like this, but I bet it's really cool when it's lit up at night. So we're finally coming to the end of our long hiking day, and this was a sight for sore eyes. Fro's Gourmet Pops. Boy, I tell you what, they saved our life. So we ended up getting these fruit juice frozen pops, and they hit the spot.
Yeah, they sure did. We were losing health units big time. Now here, we are at the Princess Noccalula statue, and this goes into the legend of the plunging princess, where a Native American young lady reportedly jumped off of the cliff into the falls, and there's a whole legend and a haunted type of thing. So I'll let you get into the story yourself and read all about that, but that's what that statue represented, was the plunging princess.
All right, so we are now on our final trek back to the campground, just kind of finding our way, no map, getting lost in the adventure, but we are finally back at the entrance of the campground.
So thanks for joining us on our journey to Noccalula Falls Campground and Park. And like I said, we will definitely be coming back to this destination. We had a lot of fun.
Yes, we really enjoyed our time here, so we will definitely be back.
All right, thanks again.
Be sure to check out our camping apparel and accessories at shopredsquare.com. We also sell on Etsy and Amazon. The links will be in the description. Thank you.